Saludos damas y caballeros y bienvenidos de nuevo a Tales of Vesperia. Os acompaña el sombrerero en el que viene siendo ya el capítulo número 33 de esta nuestra serie. Vamos a ir con mucha ilusión y muchas... Perdón. Con mucha ilusión y con muchas ganas.
The hole in this mountain is like the hole in my heart. How my chest aches.
Getting all sentimental on us, old man?
Nah, it's just memories of the war. I'd appreciate it if we didn't spend too much time here.
Stop being such a coward.
Oh, that hurts, Rita.
The only way to get past a bad memory is to embrace it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Not really. I was just generalizing. Anyway, you want to hurry, right? Then let's go.
Our little genius mage is more mature than she looks.
Antes de proseguir con la historia, me gustaría enseñaros que por aquí hay unos cofres bastante ricolinos, todo se ha dicho, que hay equipamiento totalmente necesario para proseguir con la aventura. Este lo he abierto fuera de cámara, pero tranquilo, solamente tiene un gel de limón. De estos que te curan la vida, el 60% de la vida total. Vamos a ver qué le pasa al pequeño baúl.
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Intellicaea.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on!
You can do it!
No!
¿Ya sabes lo que pasó la última vez?
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean? Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts. But you are different. Never lose that kindness. The compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best.
Tampoco es que le vaya a salir la evolución mal. O simplemente no vaya a evolucionar, como cuando pulsas el botón B en mitad de la evolución de un Pokémon.
Well now.
Amazing!
I knew you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us! Of course we'd help!
That's right!
¡Mamma mía!
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Phaeroh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
Teniendo en cuenta lo enorme que es ya baúl, pues como que puede valer. ¡Vamos! A volar, a volar, a volar, a volar. Buah, chaval, qué pedazo monstrenco de monstruo. Bueno, Intellicaea, mejor dicho. Vamos a hablar con propiedad. ¡Hola!
Judy!
¿Qué le habrá pasado?
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep.
Sería lo suyo.
She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
Es como esta típica madre que no duerme rezando porque su hijo se cure de esa pequeña fiebre que tiene.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
¿Y por qué no?
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Como todo el mundo.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
yep, Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
Hombre, razón no le falta. Ha arriesgado para luego aprender muchas cosas de la vida.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him.
If that person was still using the Blastia, even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth?
No es por nada, damas y caballeros, pero la forma en la que se mueve la coleta de Raven y el pelo no se mueve nada, es un poco como... ¡Ay, madre mía! Como se nota que este juego tiene sus añitos y los gráficos son de tal, pero bueno.
Someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Aprende a respetar a los mayores, niño.
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know.
Buah. No te digo yo ni nada.
It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something. Even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
I'm always honest.
Really? Well, maybe you are.
Madre mía con la pandilla. A ver qué se cuentan aquí dentro.
Is that the cord from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
Uy. Uy, cada vez que piensa Rita... Uy, uy, uy. Madre mía.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Vale. Gracias. Uf. Dejémosla descansar un rato más. Y con ese último diálogo damos por finalizado el repaso de las ideas personales de cada uno del grupo.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance.
¿Cómo se lo montarían para estar volando un día entero, mantenerse alimentados y tener cubiertas las necesidades básicas de aseo y demás?
And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Mira quién se ha levantado. Buenos días por la mañana.
Wow, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Phaeroh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelekea have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an apatheia.
O sea que lo que mantienen dentro de los Entelekeia se convierte en un cristal y se acaba llamando apatheia. Es como cuando una persona adulta lleva toda su vida consumiendo comida de forma totalmente irresponsable y al final acaban acumulando una piedra en el riñón o algo por el estilo. Pero, ¿para qué quieren las apatheia? ¿Qué tienen? ¿Qué es lo que tienen la apatheia que lo buscan tanto?
That's all I know. I imagine Phaeroh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Si los apatheia son una gran fuente de poder, entonces no me extraña que haya mucha gente con malas intenciones para hacerse con ellas.
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. for the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Phaeroh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Phaeroh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait, Rita!
Settle down. Obviously Judith reached a different conclusion.
Hay que saber escuchar el final de las conversaciones. No nos dejemos llevar.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Phaeroh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Phaeroh anymore, right?
¿Qué no?
I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Phaeroh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Phaeroh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Phaeroh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Totalmente. Llevamos gran parte de la historia posponiendo esto de encontrarnos con Phaeroh. Bueno, que ahora tenemos nuestra propia nave para volar.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
También es verdad.
Huh. Who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels? That's all there is to it?
Every Intellekea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Anda.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Así que los Critians podían comunicarse con los Intellekea y todo.
Right.
Vale, los comandos... Y arreando que es gerundio. Bueno. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Na.
Judith, you're familiar with Phaeroh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power's extraordinary, even among the Intellekea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Bueno. Una cosa es pensar las cosas con temperamento. Otra muy distinta es no conocer la gravedad de la situación. Pero bueno, si queréis tomároslo así a la ligera, pues oye, que tengáis poco apego por vuestra muerte no es culpa mía. Veamos, el risco está así, tirando todo recto. Aquí está. Para adentro.
So this is where Phaeroh is?
Should be. I wasn't able to see him when we came to the desert, but I think this is where we can meet him.
I hope nothing bad will happen. What if he suddenly attacks us?
I can't make any guarantees. I don't think we'll have a say in the matter.
That just means we need to do our best so nothing bad happens.
Carol, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I should go.
Phaeroh sure did pick a bleak place to live in, don't you think?
They say this area used to be covered in lush greenery.
Why did it turn into this rocky desert?
I don't know that much.
Seguro que eso lo sabe Phaeroh.
Estelle, are you really going to meet him? Even though you could be killed?
Yes, I've already made peace with this decision.
Tiene los ovarios muy bien puestos.
Rita, you've been acting a little funny ever since hearing Judy's story on the ship. Do you have a problem with meeting Phaeroh?
I just think it'll be hard on her to hear what he has to say. But it's too late to turn back now. We've come this far after all.
De acuerdo.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Entelechea.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Repeat?
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat? I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
En serio, Repeat me puede. Puede tener el aspecto más badass que pueda tener en toda su puta vida. Pero me cago en la leche, qué bonito que es.
Well, he doesn't seem to be here. Maybe he's off somewhere taking a nap.
Phaeroh, you are here, aren't you?
¿Nani? Vaya.
Insipid poison, you appear before me at last.
So you are here. Is that how you greet all your guests, Phaeroh? By calling them names?
For what reason have you come to me? Surely you are aware that I could end your existence with a mere thought.
You talk pretty big, don't you? Well, if you really want to fight, I'd hate to disappoint you.
Yuri, no! Everyone, please wait!
Estelle!
Phaeroh, please hear what I have to say.
Does death hold no fear for you, little one? For you gaze now into the mouth of death itself.
I am afraid, but I'm even more afraid of dying without knowing who I really am. Velius told me I needed to meet you to learn about my destiny. I have to know just what that destiny is. I understand that I am a threat to the Entelechea, but you said that I am a poison to this world. What is this power I have? Just who is the child of the full moon? If it is true that my existence cannot be tolerated, then it's okay if I have to die. But I at least deserve to know why it is I have to die. Please tell me. I beg of you.
There was a time when this was a verdant land, sheltered by the blessing of an air crene.
So there was an air crene here.
But what happened? Why did it change?
What you see are the results of too much air and its aftermath.
Los excesos de air.
As to why the air ran rampant, the answer lies with the poison brought by the child of the full moon.
Huh?
The power of the child of the full moon stimulates the air crene more than any blastia.
Huh?
Blastia convert air into energy by way of a formula. So if Estelle can use her healing arts without the aid of any blastia, she must possess a formula in her very being that lets her convert air into energy.
O sea, sé que Estelle es un dispensador de energía con patas.
Judith was searching for blastia that used a particular kind of formula. So, this special formula Estelle has must also consume massive amounts of air, which causes the air crene to become more active and pump out more air than they should. I had hoped my hypothesis would have...
Then I...
It is as she has said. With each use of her power, the child of the full moon uses far more air than the Blastia. In so doing, the imbalance of air in this world is furthered. For the planet, such an existence can only be called a poison.
So you just wipe it out then? Little quick to judge, aren't you, Phaeroh?
This problem concerns the entire planet, and she is its cause. To do nothing would be unparalleled folly.
If the problem's with Estelle, then it's for us to solve.
That's right. We can't let anyone else handle it.
Es cierto, es un asunto de Brave Vesperia.
The gravity of this situation is beyond your grasp.
Seguro.
You don't honestly think that everything's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows if Estelle dies, do you?
Sunshine and rainbows.
It would at least eliminate one problem.
Phaeroh, at Heliord I stopped myself. And again at Dawngrest I stopped you. What I thought was a Blastia turned out to be a human. Before I realized it, I had lost my way. I never thought this child could be as great a danger as you had said.
And due to your confusion, I granted you the time necessary to see things as they are. As a result, my sister Belius is now lost to me. Enough. This power will bring only ruin.
Uff.
Not sure I understand all this, but if her power's the problem, why can't she just not use it?
Inserte sonido de muerte de Roblox.
There can be no guarantee she will not try to use the power.
That's true. She does have trouble turning a blind eye to things happening around her. Someday she will surely use her power to help someone. However, as long as she keeps that spirit of compassion, she cannot only be seen as harmful. She is not like a Blastia. I know that you can feel the difference.
Compassion alone will not save this world.
Listen, Phaeroh, I get that you've thought all this through with everybody's best interest in mind, but why doesn't that world have a place for Estelle?
It is sometimes necessary to remove a part to save the whole.
¿Esa frase no lo usó Yuri en su momento? Yo recuerdo que sí.
I don't buy that for a second.
¿Perdona?
What makes you so high and mighty that you're the one to decide who gets cut and who doesn't?
We have endured the anxiety of existence for far greater a span than you can conceive. Such words mean nothing from those who call this world home for but a fleeting moment.
Phaeroh, please, listen. The important thing is finding a way to stop the excessive air, correct? We still have time left to search for such a thing.
Judith.
And if the effects of Estelle's power reach their absolute limit, I will kill her as promised. You should have no complaint with this.
Hey, Judith, are you serious?
I'm sure brave Vesperia will come up with something before that happens, right?
What? Yeah, of course we will.
Well, score one for Judith.
Toma.
So that settles it. If we humans are to blame for Estelle's problem and bringing on the apocalypse, then it's up to us to make things right. If we give it all we've got and still blow it, then you can slow roast us on a grill for all I care.
Puedes matarnos a fuego lento.
You have changed. If you were still as before.
Have I? That is nice to hear.
Very well. Be ever mindful, though, that time is fleeting.
El tiempo es tirano. Me gusta esa referencia.
Wait! If the formulas are causing the excessive air, then there must have been times when this happened in the past. I mean, the Blastia were a product of an ancient civilization.
There exist those who have inherited the sins of the past. If any can speak of what occurred in the days of old, it is they.
Los ancestros del pasado.
He's gone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for everything, Yuri.
Me encanta como a veces las gesticulaciones ni siquiera hacen su trabajo.
Judith, you too.
No problem.
What?
It's okay if I have to die? What the hell was that?
I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear that again.
I'm sorry.
¿Está bien si tengo que morir? Venga ya.
Man, I was really worried there for a while.
We were pretty lucky that bruiser was in a mood for conversation. Poor Raven's heart can't handle that sort of stuff anymore.
Estoy demasiado mayor para estas cosas.
You're pretty gutless for an old man.
Jeez, Patty, you've really got nerves of steel.
Razón no le falta a Raven.
If he really wanted to kill Estelle, he'd have attacked us immediately. And that's what I can't figure out.
I imagine Phaeroh was conflicted as well. He hid himself from us in the desert to see just what we were made of.
Huh. Maybe he wasn't as bad as we thought after all.
You might be right. I get the feeling he'd do whatever's necessary when push comes to shove.
That sounds like you.
Maybe.
But what are we gonna do, Yuri? You heard what he said.
We're going to fix the problems the air's causing, and that's all.
That's easier said than done. We're pretty much at square one, you know.
Mm-hmm. And no one wants to be at square one.
There's no doubt that the formulas are related somehow to the air getting used up. We need to find out about the ancient Blastia, and if they went berserk or not. If we had that kind of information, it might give us a clue.
Ask those who have inherited the sins of the past about the days of old. Or at least that's what Phaeroh said.
Visitar tal vez archivos que reflejen información sobre el pasado. ¿Qué hicieron mal para heredar semejantes errores tal vez?
The Critia were the ones to invent the Blastia. In other words, we need to ask a Critian who is still familiar with the old stories.
Yeah, the Critia are often credited as the inventors of the Blastia.
There isn't much left of the Critian city of Temsa, though.
It'd be a lot easier if there were more cities.
The hidden city of Miorzo. It is far older than Temsa, and the birthplace of the Critia. The first Blastia also originated there.
Really? Well, what do you know? You wouldn't happen to know where this Miorzo might be, would you, darling?
I've heard that name somewhere. There was a Critian in Ospio. I'm sure they mentioned something about it.
Do you think that person might still be there?
Well, there's no harm in checking it out.
Judith, are you coming with us?
I should. We still have the issue of the guild to straighten out.
También es verdad.
So, to Ospio then.
Bueno, damas y caballeros, ya tenemos un destino para el próximo capítulo.
All that stuff about the balance of the world is pretty hard to take in.
Yeah, I hadn't even been outside the capital until just a while ago myself. And now we're here talking about the fate of the world. You never know what life will bring you.
But isn't that what makes it interesting?
I don't think we can afford to be that relaxed anymore. Estelle doesn't have much time left.
What's the harm? It's not as if acting all serious is gonna solve anything.
Besides, Estelle will notice if we look all worried.
Well, maybe so, but...
We won't forget what Phaeroh said. Relax.
I know, it's just...
Estelle's got it the worst. If we get too down about this, we won't be much help to her.
Hay que mantener una mente decidida y siempre dispuestos a ayudar. Preocuparse lo único que hace es marear la perdiz. Pero bueno, damas y caballeros, espero que os haya gustado el capítulo de hoy. Soy Carlos Campos, más conocido como el Sombrerero, y nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Adiós.